I was a kid, there's no place in the world matched the Flathead River system. You have to see it and believe what that used to be, that system.
Yeah, well, bull trout are the charismatic megafauna of the aquatic realm, and they're recognized as kind of the, the inland salmon of the northern Rocky Mountains.
In the Salish language, we call the larger form of bull trout, the adult bull trout and the migratory bull trout, ai, and the resident or the smaller form of bull trout, ai.
You sit on those and wait for schools to come by. They don't do that anymore. They came by at 15 or 20 in school and you'd fish like crazy for 50 for as long as they were there, and then you wait for another school.
There was an early settler in the Swan Valley that said they were stacked up like cordwood. They were 4 feet long. There were so many bull trout that the water was dark with them.
The Crown of the Continent's recognized as one of the most biologically intact and diverse ecosystems in North America, and the Flathead is right in the heart of that.
In the 50s and 60s, it was excellent, absolutely superb. I don't know how it could get better. It was that good. I don't know what you do to make it better. A blind man could go catch fish. It was you just throw it out there, you'd hook something.
And if you went out in the rivers in Montana in the early 1900s and you wanted to catch a big fish, there was only one species out there that was going to fill the bill, and that was going to be bull trout. In fact, the two things we would stop farming and take a break for was to go bull trout fishing in July and to go huckleberry picking.
Most of these people use what they call the Wilson wobbler, which was a big plug, putting as big as a stick of wood, it seemed like, and drug hard. And most of the people used derricks, I call them, heavy rods and saltwater reels.
When we look at things today, there are so many factors that have depressed these populations that we don't even have a good point of reference as to how conditions were when they were fully functioning.
When they built Hungars, but I can remember my dad taking us kids up there, right up to the dam when they was the first year or two in the dam when they blocked her off. You could walk across there on bull trout, trying to go up to spawn to get there.
It's hard for me to imagine that the Flathead didn't have tens of thousands of bull trout 100 years ago.
The future is uncertain for the Flathead Lake and river bull trout because of lake trout invasion and establishment. We have seen dramatic declines, not only in the migratory populations in Flathead Lake, but also the major lakes in Glacier Park.
Lake trout were eating the kokanee. When they got scarce, they were eating anything they could find, and so they started moving on. I mean, when there's nothing left at the breakfast table, you go someplace else.
I mean, if we're going to see bull trout recovery in the Flathead, it's going to have to be at the expense of reducing the lake trout population. Now, that's not entirely popular with everyone.
They don't do what I would do. I'd open that season up. You get them any way you can get them. Year round. Mackinac. That's the only chance the cutthroat bull trout have.
I hope that's not the case. I hope that my kids and my grandkids will still be able to experience bull trout, because there's no doubt the Flathead ecosystem has probably got the greatest potential for restoration of native fish of just about anywhere, just because of the quality of the ecosystem, the pristine waters.
Yeah, I miss it. I really thoroughly enjoyed fishing for bull. It's a great challenge.
I'd like to be doing it now, but I'm not.